first down as the tackle is made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 17 carries, 99 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. James Pierce, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they have 3 first downs and 3 points. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they are led out there by... back.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Here's a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49ers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Purdy. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. James Pierce. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rush like every single day.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
The Falcons offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their 2nd possession. And seemingly every time. In this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Now a run here off the arc. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. They'll drop to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw here. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Falcons 1st down.
He is into the end zone for a foul. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
49ers 3.
Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now back to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do. All right, the offense back out there now. Let's see what they can put together. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 of the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. He'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Ready.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So here's a 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll try to do it himself. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Back to throw again. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
19 Lions.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's a nice one for the stat line, by the way. That last grab is 50th on the year. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a thump. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Back now here in Santa Clara.
17 yards.
It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Out set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Give them a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised them there with that blitz on 1st down, but give them credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found their way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Second Pirate. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
They'll set up to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Ready.
Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
Let's go now. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles. Ready.
Tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now, this time he'll look to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. 19, Tiger, 19.
They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he stopped immediately there. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That is intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lemire.
the 20. And into the end zone. Now following the touchdown, here comes this offense back out onto the field as they will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Here comes 2nd down at 5.
2nd and 5. At the 35-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things in.